So I could actually literally cut myself, cut you, and rub it, and I would not be able to infect you. That is an actual real thing that happens if you're careful and safe and take your drugs every night.
Jarige Chad Polly werk in 'n restaurant. Hy het by wit studeer, hy was in 'n redelike populêre band en hy's MIV positief. En hy wil hê jy moet dit weet. Hy het onlangs 'n Facebook post gepubliseer op sy persoonlike Facebookblad wat gelei het: I refuse to stay silent. Stigmas are perpetuated by silence and keeping mum leads to internal struggles when approaching relationships. Coming out positive was in the long term beneficial, en dan gaan hy aan en hy praat oor die feit dat hy vir baie mense agony aunt geword het. Hy sê om stil te bly help nie. Hy sê granted it has made my life more difficult in the romantic sense. But those that stuck with me through this asked the right questions, or those that gifted me with their ignorance, and subsequently the loss or relinquishment of their friendship has been the greatest blessing. Thanks for joining us, Chad. It's great to have you here. In the context of Charlie Sheen making that announcement, is that why you took to Facebook to make your own announcement? What do you think of Charlie Sheen and his announcement in general?
Well, first off, I didn't say that for Charlie Sheen or because of Charlie Sheen. It was just merely a reaction to someone saying that's why people stay silent. I don't really give a 1 2 cent piece about Charlie Sheen because honestly, he's a real douchebag. He's done some really awful things. And if you're going to be doing the things that he's been doing with his life, I mean, why would you not be HIV positive? I mean, he's just very much a trashy person.
And that's the problem with HIV. People think that you deserve it if you have it.
And I agree with you now. Charlie Sheen, though, I mean, how do we speak about him without hating him a lot? Because I mean, he's now an ambassador for bravery. You know, he's considered like this amazing person, but in a sense, like the only reason he's coming out is because after 3 years of like battery from people like prostitutes that have been like trying to like extort money from him, he had no other option available to him. So I don't really understand how anyone can think that he's brave. I think he's just reacting to attacks on himself.
So why did you decide to post on Facebook about your being HIV
3 years
positive?
ago, I posted and no one took me seriously. And I was very serious about it, obviously. I mean, why would you say I'm HIV positive? Why would you? Is it a joke? People are like, why are you joking about this kind of thing? And when I tell people, they're like, oh, you're obviously joking. I'm like, I'm not joking. It's just because people, specifically in my social class as well, you know, like as an English-speaking South African or even just a middle-class South African, you know, across the board, you know, even just people over the world, really, like people don't want to come out because of stigmas, because they're going to get judged, because it's going to make their lives more difficult. And I know it's made my life more difficult, but that doesn't make me want to try less to try and open up the ideas, because people have these very strange ideas about what HIV is like and how it can be transmitted, you know, which is why I've helped so many people that have asked questions.
So tell me about your family and their reaction.
My mom's first response was like, oh no, we can't have a bath in the same bath as him. And my dad was like, no, mom, like, no, like, you see, like, and that's exactly the thing, is like, what are you going to get from skin cells, you know? I don't really know. It took them a while to accustom themselves to it, but because I'm so brazenly open about it, I tell everyone that I meet, basically, if it comes up. It's not like I go around going, hey, I'm HIV positive, but I will tell someone if it comes up. If I'm dating someone and it gets to a stage where we might have penetrative sex, you know, I might be like, listen, I am positive. But because I've come out about it, a lot of people know, and everyone has a big mouth in the city, so everyone knew anyway.
How does that work, dating if you're HIV positive?
How does it not work?
No, but I mean, what are the obstacles, and what is it that people don't know about you being HIV positive when you start dating?
Well, first off, like, people don't know that if you take your ARVs for a certain amount of time, that there's an amount of virus per milliliter in your blood, and there's an amount of CD4 cells. Your CD4 cells are like your soldiers in your blood, and the virus attacks and destroys these, and therefore grows higher and higher. But if you take your antiretrovirals, your viral load drops below like 0.0 something % per milliliter, and that makes it undetectable and therefore non-infectious. So people don't know that. And I mean, if you try and tell someone that you're dating that, oh, I can't infect you, like, they're not really going to take you seriously, even though it is an actual real thing that actually really happens. So I could actually literally cut myself, cut you, and rub it, and I would not be able to infect you. That is an actual real thing that happens if you're careful and safe and take your drugs every night.
So do you want more people to do what you did, to make this announcement on Facebook?
Yes.
Is that what's needed?
Yes, about everything. People need to speak the truth. It cuts the wheat from the chaff. It stops us circumventing around subjects. If we just attack them straight on and just be like, this is how it is. I'm here, this is me, and like, no, it can't be you. But I am, so therefore it is. You know, it's going to obviously make things burst wide open as opposed to like stepping around issues. You know, whether it's about drug addiction, whether it's about being HIV positive, whether it's about like your gender and your sex, which are radically different topics, you know, like all of those subjects, just people need to speak the truth. Sincerity is the new punk rock. So everyone needs to be sincere and honest and truthful, and it's just going to get things done quicker. I'm sorry, even if it's hurtful to me. I really don't care.
It was great to chat to you, and thank you for being so open. Is jy MIV positief? Het jy 'n familielid wat MIV positief is, of wil jy 'n verklaring van jou eie maak? Tweet ons met die hitsmerk top stories by Netwerk 24 of e-pos nuus by netwerk24.com.